Now, we're forcing the dynasties on NCAA 14, where you simply cut every single player and rebuild them from the ground up. But what if every single player on my team was 0 overall? Now, keeping in mind that the minimum that you can actually go is 40, it doesn't matter how much you lower the stats, you will always be 40 overall. I wonder how long it would take me to rebuild this App State team into a potential national championship winner. Oh my goodness, that's the lowest overall I've ever seen. We're coming in as an 11 overall to start out. Woo, that is bad. I mean, obviously we're going to go 0-12 this first season. I'm curious as to how bad we're going to lose. Because I'm looking here at the stats and speed doesn't even show up. Same as every other position, speed, excel does not even show up. Trucking, elusiveness. It's just all lines, mate. But what does it mean? It's decrypted, bro. It's like hieroglyphics or something. Red shirt? I don't think we're going to red shirt anybody. What's the freaking point? Anything would be an upgrade over what we have at the moment. So remember, we are an 11 overall to start out. I think we're just getting the scraps. 4-star athlete, we take those. We also got ourselves a tight end. We're going to need to get ourselves a quarterback at one point. The real question is, how many positions am I going to be able to fill? It doesn't even matter how well I recruit this first year. There are going to be 40 overalls somewhere on the field. 94 route running, 86 CIT. Jimmy Cook might be one of the better wide receivers I've ever seen before. 134-0. No shit. Just like any other rebuild, we need some points back in order to sign some of these guys. Everybody here is interested, which is great. It is time for low lock cheese, though. What kind of gems are we going to be able to find? I kind of wanted to speed run it, if that makes sense. 4-star defensive end, 4-star quarterback. All the 4 stars, I'll gladly pick them up. Hoping to get at least 180 out of all these players. I mean, there's a lot here. You would think that we'd get close. Couple of high 70s there. No dice, though. And I don't think we have any athletes. We do. Sean Blanco. We have to go all in on Sean Blanco then. Yes, that's more what we were looking to see. I have a feeling this quarterback is going to go up overall. I just have the weirdest feeling. Sean Blanco. All right, the athlete, he's going to drop down. Blanco's going to stay a 77 overall. We got some nice little consolation gifts to go with it here too. Cornerback, center, an outside linebacker, and the quarterback. Wait, he's a JUCO? Oh, dude, wait, what? What is going on? All of a sudden, all me players are starting to get taken off the board. I just need 700 points and this class can somewhat be a success. That's all I'm asking for. All right, so there goes pretty much everybody right there. That's going to be more than enough points back in the bank. Oh, it's actually not that bad of a class all of a sudden when you look at it. They're all freaking JUCOs, mate. What is with everybody and being a freaking JUCO? You know, surprisingly, Florida State was one of our lesser losses. Crazy in hindsight, because 125 is a lot of points. Yeah, we're fired. Oh, I'm gonna miss them so much. They grow up so fast. I don't even know how it differentiates. Okay, I guess I just edited the roster. Nobody wants to transfer here. I wonder why. Who is it gonna be, though? Who's gonna be the lucky guy? It has to be Guy Lewis. 77 overall defensive end. Oh, my head. Okay, okay, let's drop Guy down to 8,000 here. And then we'll put 2,000 into the quarterback and just pray. Sick, he went to Georgia Tech instead. All right, well, I guess we still bought ourselves a year. What overall are we going to go up to, though? We started off 11. No, we're still 11. Okay, that's fine. 34th best class, though, is not bad at all. Okay, so that's really good. We got some wide receivers. We even got ourselves a tight end. Normally, at this point in the rebuild, I would already be, you know, red-shirting players and things like that. I think straight up, we just go all in. We just let these guys play out their career as just true freshmen. Not to mention training results. We're going to go up to like 45 overall. We're stacked. I don't think I'll be showing that much from recruiting this year because there's not really much to show. We're really just trying to get our base team together. I will let you guys see the overall though, because I'm extremely excited for that. The one thing I will let you guys know about this recruiting class though, is that we are desperately going to try and get this O-line figured out. The rest of the players, if they want to sign here, they can sign here. I just want my offensive line. So we go from 11 overall all the way up to 55. That is a 44 plus increase. I mean, I still think that means that we're going to lose all of our games, but at least it's not 100 points anymore. Well, spoiler, every player I went after said we're not interested. All right, so I don't mean to toot my own horn here, but I feel like this week is going to be when we sign pretty much everybody. I'm expecting expecting a lot of yellow here. Yes, look at this. So now that I've committed all of these amazing top 5 class-worthy players, I guess we're just finding more low-lock cheese here. I just added these guys, I think. Like, even if they're low 60s, that's so good for us. I wonder, though, am I going to be able to get back into many of these battles, if any at all? I think we might be able to. We got locked out by Michael Barnes. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. That was our closest game yet, and it came against TCU of all freaking teams. Next year, I don't see us getting fired. I think we might even get our first win, boys. How come every time I get fired, I always end up at MSU? I don't get it. I am happy with the class, though. If we could just pick up one more heavy hitter here, and who is it going to be? Man, there's so many positions I want. We have to lead on majority of these guys. I think it just has to be Clay. If we could figure out that O-lineman this season and not have a 40 overall out there, I think we're going to have a higher chance at winning. So Blanco had 1,200 yards, 1 touchdown, 11 picks. Blanco had 500 on the ground, though. Everybody slowly starting to progress. As you can see, like 0 pancakes, 14 sacks is not what we're after. 4.5 sacks to Guy Lewis. That is the 31st best class. So we did even better than we did last year. I'm almost certain that cornerback is completely taken care of here as well. We got Terry Hand. So Terry Hand is getting red-shirted without a doubt. Blanco can mess around and throw another 15 picks. Running back is super weak, unfortunately. We got some more receivers. So wide receiver is at least starting to take shape. It looks like we have the whole O-line. Well, better than 40. Not bad, though. 83 overall for Michael Montgomery. 83 for our center. Blanco goes up to 82, so we're going to get our first red shirt here as well. All right, survey says we have some absolute crappers. At this point, the best strategy is just to go after the best players. You know, like get our safety, get our linebacking core, things like that that are not that great, and then just straight out go for the best players. That's a quarterback right there in Ramsey. I need these linebackers to be decent. Okay, even if they're low 60, I will take it. And then here we go into the studs. If we were even able to sign one of these guys, a lot of quarterbacks here too. That is what I like to see. I would like somebody now, though, if that makes sense. In our free safety, Will Cole made it to the All-NCAA first team. So not bad. We're going to come in 67 overall with a 75 offense. Oh, I got fired again. So the freaking computer changed me board around. Ya bastards. Okay, Stanley Rowe looks to be good. I actually don't mind that the computer added some players on here. They find a mix of talent and who's genuinely interested in the school. In this case, we need everything. Okay, let me just start by prefacing. Linebackers, get it done. Safeties, get it done. Just get somebody out on the field that isn't going to make us worse. Pedro, my boy. Okay, 700 into you. Okay, we got the lead on Craig Lewis. That's massive. Okay, hold on. The guard we're fighting there. We got the safeties, outside linebackers. Okay. Well, I shouldn't get ahead of myself, but it looks decent. Really, man? So I guess we're not going to get our dub until next year. Can't wait to get fired again. Okay, I did manage to find some scraps. It wasn't anything crazy, but I do have some scraps. Outside linebacker, we got a guard here as well. Okay, these are all positional needs. I do need myself a stud quarterback if I can as well, like preferably a 5-star. Don't be trash, just be good. Quarterback ranked 83rd in the nation. I have a really bad feeling that he's just gonna fall off the face of the planet here. Can one of the quarterbacks here be a goon? This guy is a quarterback. He's only a 72 overall though. Nice though. Look at this. We got 2 defensive linemen. We got a guard there. There goes another quarterback, Brian Dunn. What is with me and finding 75 overall quarterbacks? There we go, Matt Lewis. Complain and eventually the game will reward you. Yes, look at that. It's not even because they're good or anything. Just need the freaking points back. That's a big win. Oh my goodness, 31-7. That was on the road too. Our first win in the 0 overall rebuild comes against none other than Wyoming. Georgia State hasn't won a game either. I think they might actually be worse than Wyoming was. Okay, so Craig Lewis is in the bag. It looks like we got all these blokes too. Kinda getting back in that battle there. We got the lead there. I don't think we can get Chad Cook. No, not a freaking chance. Wait, what's going on with Colby though? Okay, we're dropping down. So Florida State just decided, hey, we want him. And same with Vince Bonner. Look at LSU muscling their way back in. This is exactly what I was talking about. You'll randomly break away for a player and then a bigger school just muscles you out the way. Do have the lead on Matt Lewis. That is the main guy that I need. Now the question becomes, do we redshirt or do we just let him play? We'll have to see. I think Matt Lewis, the quarterback, gets redshirted regardless. Same as the running backs. Like, they're going to be juniors next season. We might as well let them finish out and let our players redshirt. We are still fighting in this battle. I do not know how. I thought it would have been resolved by now. Has he visited them yet? He has visited them. Okay. The only problem is if I can't sign him before the end of this season, we're going to have to go all in because we need him. Yes, we got him. Okay, that's so good. I'm genuinely interested to see if Notre Dame just kind of said, forget it. Oh yeah, they fell off the face of the planet, so they just gave up on him straight up. Will a 1-11 season get us fired or not though? Fired. There goes Blanco. That's our first player that wasn't from the initial roster. Speaking of Blanco, what did he do this year? Okay, more than doubled his yards, 2,000 yards, 15 touchdowns, 11 picks. Okay, Blanco. He also had 709 yards on the ground. Receiving core starting to come together. Even our right tackle, Leigh Williams, as a 65 overall, 24 pancakes, 2 sacks. He balled out. Michael White as well, the linebacker, had a freakishly good season. So that is going to be the 14th best class. We get 2 5-stars out of that. I do think a lot of these guys will get redshirted like we discussed. The only thing we did not get in that class was a strong safety, but Will Cole can just transition over there anyway, which means he'll at least be a 75, which is a lot better than 40. Not bad at all. The team, we're going to get our first 90 overall next year. How exciting. So this is a no-brainer. Terry Hand and Matt Lewis are on the same overall. Might as well. So what do we got? I think it's going to be the same story again. At least now we have the base team together. The base team is done, mate. There goes a 5-star cornerback. Remember, I told you just how rare they are. And lo and behold, there goes a second one. But this time around, it's our junior middle linebacker, Michael White, who makes the All-NCAA first team. So we're up to an 81. Wait, are we even the worst team? We're not even the worst team in the division anymore. We're actually the second best. So we need this season right here to at least get us up to a 2-star prestige. We've already spent enough time being asked. I want to win a natty by the time Matt Lewis is a senior. Woo, okay. Joey Lester looks to be in the bag. Let's start thinning this out a little bit. The 5-star corner, Jeff Jackson, not interested. We are gaining a William Ford though. This is the 5-star, the other 5-star corner. We already stole one player from Notre Dame. I don't think they're going to let us get a second. 5-star athlete is not interested though. Are you kidding me? 670 squat. Woo! Okay, Adam Atkins is that dude. Okay, George Branch. There goes Anthony Holt. He's a whole 81 at linebacker. Adam Atkins, we already knew that he was going to be a beast. We're getting spoiled right now. So we will go Goolery, but that might be the backup. I'm also well aware that that's probably not how you pronounce that name, but I don't know. I'm just Crow. We even lost to FBS. Like, how are we this arse, bro? Okay, we're gaining on the cornerback still, funnily enough. Anthony Holt looks to be good. We're going to get the kicker because I actually need that. Tight end we're gaining, and other linebacker we got. Do we still go after this quarterback? I feel like it might be a lost cause. You know what? I'll get him. Not because I want him. I just don't want them to get him. Yes! Okay, second win of the rebuild right there. We actually got the lead. Okay, that's because he visited, but we still got the lead. Wait, do we get everybody? Oh my goodness, we got Anthony Holt, Adam Atkins, the tight end, the linebacker, and the athlete. Oh wait, William Ford's up here. I was sitting here this whole time thinking like they took my freaking cornerback. Look at these matchups. We should be flooding. Not flooding, but you get what I'm saying. We should be winning more games than we're losing, and it just doesn't seem to be the case at all. Low-lock cheese, just anybody. We did sign the 5th best player in the class. Apparently we're also 3rd on William Turner. I don't even think we're going after him, to be honest. If I could just finish off with the kicker here, then I'm happy. He won't be 87. He'll be 86. That is still such a good kicker. Like, what? Okay, there goes our second win. How many wins do I have to get so I don't get fired? Oh, we didn't get fired. I was about to say, if we got fired one more time, I was just going to end the rebuild. So the quota was 2. We just got it. It's the most finicky small thing. It takes about 30 seconds to fix, but boy, is it annoying. Ben Burton, if you want to commit, you can. Pat Henderson, if you want to commit, you can. We got an overwhelming lead on the kicker. It is not very often you get to say say that you signed a 5-star corner. And for that reason and that reason alone, we didn't get anybody but the cornerback. So that was the 15th best class. We had 3 5-stars, of course, one of them being the corner. Quarterback just gonna get redshirted, and we got the 5th best player in the nation. Too bad for us, he was pretty ass. Like, he was only 72 overall. All right, so we got ourselves 390 overalls. Starting Matt Lewis without question. Tyrion does have a lot better awareness, but we want Matt Lewis to be the best he can by that senior season. So he has to start. There's no doubts about it. Because a lot of these players we will see leave this year, but because we've been doing so well with recruiting, our backups are just insane. So we are going to come in 88 overall, which is head and shoulders above the division. The only other team we have to worry about is Western Kentucky. Troy is also an 88. I mean, the Sunbelt Division A is kind of stacked. But at least for our division, we're only going up from here. Yes, okay, we're 1-0 for the first time in rebuild history. Nice. So out of all the players I threw on the board, 8 of them, it looks like we have a chance at. So there goes the 5-star Antonio Mitchell. Looks like an absolute freak. And look at Sean Smith with 92 throw power, 90 speed, 88 excel. If this were a rebuild that I were playing through, that would be my must-get player. 88 overall, we do have him at home. I'm guessing there's like a 95% chance we lose this. It almost indirectly feels like there is a morale system in this game sometimes. And that's what I mean right there. There is no reason why we lose to Georgia State. I just want to be a 2-star school. Is that much to ask for? Yes, okay, from humble beginnings. Wait, Anthony Holder's transferring. Wait, what? No, dude, I need you. We were set at linebacker right up until that moment, despite only signing what? Well, we got 19 players because the computer's going to pick them up, but go up to a 2-star. We did get 5 5-stars. That has to be the most in the nation. We tied with USC. If we do not somehow manage to at least get 10 wins next season, something's messed up. At least we have backups at linebacker. I thought it was a lot worse than what it actually was, but it's not great by any stretch. Means that we had to move people to other positions, which then kind of set us back a little bit. We do have 2 90+ receivers though. Matt Lewis up to an 80-90 sophomore season. What about running back though? Running back, we're chilling. We got 2 sophomores there. Wide receiver, we're looking good. Tight end is definitely a little bit weak. O-line took a big step up, which is nice to see. Whole D-line is high 80s. The only thing is, because we are a 2-star school, I can't really go out and get the players that I want to get. I'll give it a crack. Like, what are we looking like here? Just 3 stars? Yeah. It's not that good yet, but we did get the Saban factor 1 out of 3. So we are coming in 91 overall with a 91 offense and a 92 defense. It looks like Western Kentucky fell off a bit. So our division should be in the bag. Troy completely fell off. High 80s all the way down to 79. Get those wide receivers out the way too. I completely forgot about that we needed them. 655 squat on Jason Hobbs. It doesn't get much better than that. Do I want the 5-star quarterback? Not really. Nice. Luke Smith going up to a whole 81 overall. Jason Hobbs goes up 11 overall to 81. This guy's a running back. He's kind of like a cornerback hybrid. Okay, so we got to get Hobbs, got to get the corner, got to get the linebacker. 3-3. Is this rebuild just cursed? We're 91 overall. It can't be this bad. You know what? I'm changing the code. Like, no, this ain't it, bro. We're 1-0 with the new playbook, fellas. Look at that. We got every single player we wanted whilst turning our record around. To be fair, the last 2 years of low lock cheese has been kind of dire. Like, I haven't seen anything in here that looked necessarily interesting. Could go after like a 3-star corner or anything. I just don't think they're going to make that much of a difference. Like how? Break it down for me. How Akron is like 70 overall on the road and wins 44-10. You know what? It was ever since that whole guy left. That's what messed us up. So Matt Lewis, sophomore season, 3,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, 6 picks. I did genuinely expect a little bit better there. That's fine though. We have so many sophomores and freshmen on the come up. We are unfortunately going to lose Rodney Bell and Eric Smith, but the talent backing them up is just as good, if not better. Fred Siegel, who comes back next season, had 7.5 sacks and 3 picks to Danny Johnson. So we're still a 2-star school. We dropped down to the 35th best class, not a single 5-star. Yet again, we only get better. Matt Lewis, 95 overall. Both of our running backs are in the 90s. Our safeties are 90. Even our back backup quarterback is a 90. Chaz Lewis up to a 90. So our D-line is really good. O-line is good. Linebackers are good. Even our third string quarterback is 89 freaking overall. And we are up to a 95 overall. The best other team in our division is 81. South Alabama kind of creeping up there. They're a 5-star prestige, 86 overall. But you would imagine that App State could probably handle some business here. We're 10 overall better than second best in our entire conference. Come on, we're all A's. Come on, please, boys. Do I have to change up the defensive playbook? Maybe it's defense this whole time. Every rebuild I do, I run with multiple D. The exact same defense I have now. All right, we got level 3 insta commit. Do we have the lead on anybody? Anybody. Okay, Tony Griffin. What's the word? Insta commit. That's it. That is quite literally it. Lowlock Cheese kind of asses here. Kind of mega ass. There is nothing here. Impose our will for once. We had to deal with all the bigger schools crapping on us. It's about time we did the same to them. Okay, here we go. We do have some chances here. There goes the first one. And may it not be the last. Carl Robertson not going to insta-commit. It just sucks because I don't think I can beat South Alabama. We did sign Marcus East, but I'm not really worried about Marcus East. I just want to get a freaking winning season, mate. All right, we'll fluff it then. Let's just see what happens. Let's go to like week 12 here. All right, there goes the kicker. Survey says we're 8-1 finally. So the only team that we have not beaten yet is South Alabama. And I think next year when our team is at full strength, they better watch out. Yeah, I don't know what got into our team. I didn't even end up changing the defensive playbook. Maybe we just got really unlucky because we're starting to blow everybody out by at least 20. Blowout. Yeah, and we signed both of the quarterbacks for no specific reason either. So we get our rematch with South Alabama. We are scoring, what, 5th in the nation in points? We are. See, why couldn't we just get that earlier in the season? That we flooded them. Do I risk it for the biscuit? Do I risk it here? Do I make the next season the last? Matt Lewis actually led the nation, 4,200 yards, 42 touchdowns, and 12 picks. Obviously, we took some away from the ground game, but they still did very, very well. Robert Winston, who's only a freshman, by the way, had 1,500 yards. Our whole receiving core is coming back for next season. Bro, we are going to be so stacked. Okay, there goes a couple of people declaring. There goes Hand, who was our first ever quarterback. Not bad. We didn't lose that many people. I thought we were going to lose a lot more than that, to be fair. So there goes the 15th best class, capping it off with 4 4-stars. Tied with none other than Georgia. This has to be the last season. Like, we've got so many seniors. I mean, we're already starting to see some positions weaken down a little bit here. The D-line isn't that strong. Linebacker isn't that strong. Cornerback is good enough, I feel. We have an 80 there. I'm going to have to move a cornerback over to free safety because this true freshman ain't it. All right, this is it, fellas. Let's see what we look like. Matt Lewis up to a 99. 2 running backs on 98. Secondary is kind of nice. We do look weaker at wide receiver though. So I feel like the strategy might be to change it to a run-heavy offense. Because whilst we can pass the ball and we do look very overall solid, when you have 2 98 overall running backs, you have to feed them. So let's go back to the multiple playbook, but we'll put the run offense on about 40 and we'll keep the aggressiveness. We're going to start off the season ranked 16, the first time we've ever started off ranked. Just to let you guys know just how serious I really am here. The computer will be taking over recruiting. So our quarterback, Matt Lewis, is the All-NCAA first team. We have Robert Winston there as a sophomore. Our DT is going to make it. Our right guard is going to surprisingly make it, which means that we should dominate this all Sunbelt team. There you go, right there. Running back, wide receiver, right guard, both DTs. Cornerback is going to make it. I'm surprised our other running back didn't make it considering he's 98. And our defense is a little bit weak, but our offense should more than make up for it as we come in at a 97 overall. And there we go, boys. A season of destiny. Georgia State. We got South Alabama early, so let's see how this goes. 55-35, we take those. Yes! Finally, we beat our biggest adversary. I thought Fresno might have given us some problems, but we flooded them as well. Definitely going to give it a break after this Eastern Michigan game. Should be another win. Okay, 42-14, so 9-0. Let's see, though. We're going to put our strongest team out there, obviously. Okay, we're ranked 3. Even our offensive coordinator went up, which is kind of nice. Our DC left, but our OC stayed, so we're kind of stacked. Not for the faint of heart, fellas. ULM, Akron, if we just wasn't even close, mate. We blew them out. It's crazy now because I remember 5-year rebuilds used to like go forever. And now I'm doing 9-year rebuilds, 10-year rebuilds, 12-year rebuilds like they're nothing, mate. Matt Lewis going to put up 3,300 yards, 37 touchdowns at 4 picks. We were a very run-heavy team, as you can see with both of our running backs going over 1,000 yards. Robert Winston as a sophomore, he has 2,500 yards in 2 seasons, mate. And we didn't even really pass it that much this year. Blocking was phenomenal other than our center who let us down a little bit there. But defense came to play, even putting the expectations on, you know, the freshmen and things seemed to really work out in our favor. Our quarterback had the most passing touchdowns in a season and the most passing yards in a season. Fortunately, on the receiving end, not much there. Defensively, nothing. And same as the ground game. All right, well, enough mucking around, fellas. We worked our butt off, and now we get to reap the rewards. Feels like this rebuild has gone forever. But finally, playing in Miami. Let's see what we got. Cut it out. I don't think they're going to catch us down the sideline. The first play of the Natty. Can we get away? 36 catches, and that's wraps. That is how you start off in the national championship. Quarterback is struggling here a little bit against this SEC competition. That's going to be a turnover. They got us buried here, 3rd and 20. Wide open. That's a freaking missile. Oh my goodness. They weren't even close. They weren't even in the vicinity right there. That mesh switch is the best play in the game. Bit of a sloppy game here so far. Kentucky can't really do a whole lot of anything, and the only reason we have 14 points is because of me. Luckily, Ford is back here to return this. No funny business. I think I already got him on the left side. Let's see, though. With me pocket passing quarterback. We just need 3. We're in the red zone. This has to be it. Kentucky, I will admit, did put up a bit of a fight here, but just not gonna be strong enough. App State, after starting off 0 overall, 9 seasons later, is finally, oh yeah, and we got fired like 19 times, by the way. But other than getting fired, we finally captured that natty. But fellas, if you made it this far into the video, then you are the real MVP. I hope the rest of your day is awesome. And from me personally, I'm out. Peace. I think my game froze, so that was, okay, it didn't freeze.
Sometimes I wonder, can I breathe right underwater? Sometimes I wonder,